Hello everyone. Today I am going to give an introduction to blockchain. This is a subject in sixth semester into blockchain architectural design. So, what is the use of blockchain? How blockchain is going to be used, and what is the uh, future use, or right now nowadays blockchain is going to be used. So, first of all, I will give the first part of this topic, that is introduction of blockchain. I am Amit Kumar, assistant professor in IT department. So I am giving the lecture on this blockchain. So what is blockchain? Blockchain is a decentralized distributed ledger technology that securely records transactions across multiple computers. It ensures transparency, immutability, and security through cryptographic techniques. There are too many words over here for the definition of the blockchain. So first is what blockchain is a decentralized. What is decentralized? For this you have to understand the centralized, decentralized, and distributed. These are the three types of networks where you are going to be used. Then distributed ledger. What is the ledger? I am going to be explained here. And the technology that secure record transactions across multiple computers, means you are giving the transactions over the multiple computers where are the blockchain are going to be used. It ensures the transparency. What you know that what is transparency? Immutability, you can't change the data. And the security through cryptographic technique. We are providing the security from the cryptographic technique, that is known as the encryption and decryption from the uh, blockchain. So how the blockchain is going to be work, I am going to explain, but for this I am going to be I will explain the centralized, decentralized, and distributed in the further slides. So this is the method where the blockchain is going to be work. So for that a transaction is requested, so the block can represent the transaction is created, and the every block is sent to every node in the network. So node is validate to the transactions, and node receive a reward to proof of work, and the block is added to the existing blockchain, and the transaction is going to be complete. This is the overall method of the blockchain is going to be used. But how the blockchain is going to be used, now I am going to be explained over here. So uh, as I have told you, decentralized, distributed, and ledger, and the technology which are going to be used for the security through the cryptographic technique. So these are the decentralized, means a transaction is requested. If we are in a bank and we are requesting of a transaction of our to get our money. Okay, like I am giving an example that if we want to take money from our account, so what we are doing, we are giving a command, or we are saying a requesting mode to the bank that we need the money. So when the money is, when the banker issue the money, then it is created a transaction, that you are creating a transaction. So we are creating a transaction as a debit, not a credit. So the debiting part is going to be done, and the block is sent to the every network of this bank. Like if I have an account in SBI, so I am I am in the north zone. I am in the north zone. Okay, and I am in cashing. I am debiting my cash in the south zone. Okay, so how we are going to be use this, means if my bank is in the north zone, and the what can I say, and I am debiting from the south zone. So how we are, so the bank is see, I have requested for the money. So this is the first step. So for a transaction I have requested for the money, and the block is represented in the transaction is created. So how the transaction is created, when I am requesting for the debit of the money, so it is going to be request for the that bank that he want to debit some money from his account, or it is a saving account, or a current account, or is the you can say the salary account. There are three types of accounts. So from which account you want to be the credit, you want to do the debit. So this one is going to be updated. So for after that the block is sent to be the every node of the network, means the south zone networks gives the requested node to the north zone, that from your zone it has been created, and it has been coming to the us that he want to debit. So the node is not transaction is, if the node is valid, if the nodes are the validate, means my debit, my credit card, my debit card is validate, means up to date, and all the credentials are validate, then I can receive a note that you can take out the money. Okay, and the block is added that you have debited some money from the your bank, and the transaction is going to be complete. This is like in the every node of the blockchain is going to be sent to the network for the updated. Okay, how does the blockchain technology work? So first step, transaction initiation. The first step of the blockchain is the user request for the transaction. Okay, second, the verification. Nodes validate its using consensus mechanism, that is proof of work or proof of stack. There are two types of there is a consensus mechanism. There are various type of, but here for the verification node we have the two types, proof of work and proof of stack. Then the block formation, valid transactions are grouped into a block, means most of the work has been done in the form of blocks. Consensus and additions, in it means the block is approved and added to the blockchain, and the finalized means the transactions is recorded, ensuring immutability, transparency, and the security. Okay, these are the 5 steps where the blockchain works, but decentralized, immutable, secure, and transparency I will explain in the further slide. So first topic is blockchain decentralization. Okay, there is a 3 diagrams, decentralized, centralized, and distributed. There are 3 diagrams in my slide over here. So I am explaining these 3, what are the 3 different types of networks in the decentralized, centralized, and distributed. First, we are working in the centralized. This centralized system is saying that all the nodes are connected to a main frame, or all the nodes are connected to the main of the system. This is known as the centralized. If the centralized system is going to be hacked, or it has been jammed, or anything happen, all the nodes will not work. Means the centralized have all the access to do all the things. But in the distributed network and the decentralized network is saying that if we have divided the centralized part into 2 to 3 groups, and the nodes are connected through 1 to 2 groups or 1 to 3 groups, we can do this one. And the distributed is means it is differentiated in the along with the different nodes. I am giving an example of the centralized, decentralized, and distributed. The centralized is if the bank system is corrupted, means if SBI has the main center, and the SBI has all the nodes, means it has all the branches, so it has been connected through all the nodes. Okay, this is a centralized. If the centralized system has been hacked, or it has been misused, or anything happened, then all the nodes has been affected. But in the decentralized, if this node wants to connect to this one, he will send the request to this centralized, and this one will go to this. From there it can be transferred the data from. But if we broke this connection, then the data could not be transferred. Okay, but if the connection is from here to here also, and if we want to connect from this node to this node, and if this is broken, then it will go from this path. Okay, so decentralized saying that you are not you have don't have to think about that your data is going to be lost, but we will give the network to the all the networks, all the nodes, the data is going to be shared. And in the distributed, it is the best part from my side. In the distributed network, what happens is this: all the nodes have the individual, and they are connected to each other. And if there will be any part, if this crossed, then the data transfer from here to here is easy. From data transfer from here to here is also easy. Means you can transfer from data from one point to another point in any frame, in any node, in any main documents. This is not any you don't have any issue in the distributed network. So the blockchain works in the decentralized part. As I have told you, the blockchain has worked in the decentralized part. So the decentralized part is saying that I think is all. Okay. So the decentralized part works. Blockchain is a decentralized because it is not been from the centralized. So blockchain decentralized. There is no central server or system which keeps the data of the blockchain. The data is distributed over millions of computers around the world which are connected to the blockchain. The system allows the notarization of data and it is present in every node. It is publicly verifiable. Okay, so the blockchain works in the decentralized method. So from one center, two center and three center, all the nodes are connected from each other and they can transfer from data from one node to another node. So this is the main concept of the blockchain. Now, what are the applications of the blockchain? First, finance and banking, secure transactions, crossover payments, DeFi, and fraud preventions. This is the use of the blockchains. Second, cryptocurrency, bitcoins, Ethereum, stable coins, and digital assets managements are the part of the blockchains where you can apply the part of the blockchain. Supply chain management like the product tracking, transparency, and the fraud reduction. Healthcare, secure patient records, drug traceability, and interoperability. Voting system, tamper-proof digital voting for transparent elections. Real estate, smart contract for property, sales, and ownership verification. Identity management, secure digital identities, KYC, and authentications. And IPR and NFT, protecting digital arts, patents, and copyrights. Blockchain enhance security, transparency, and efficiency across industries also. These are the applications of the blockchain we are going to be used in the blockchain for this, and the you can say the blockchain is mostly used in the banking sector, cryptocurrency sectors, supply chain management systems, healthcare, voting, everywhere is right on nowadays. We are using the blockchain as a using part of all the sectors. Like in the banking sector, all the banks use the blockchain concepts for the securing their transactions, for all the maintaining the records, and all the transfer from one bank to another bank. On all these are in the finance sector. In the cryptocurrency, you know that we don't have the physical money, so it is in the hybrid mode, in the virtual money. So you can use your virtual money from one virtual to another virtual machine. You can you can debit also, you can credit also, you can put the money also, you can do anything in the virtual mode. So this is the use of blockchain in the cryptocurrencies. And the supply chain management, in the supply chain management, we are tracing the products from where they are going to. Like I am giving an example of tracing the product of I can say crude oil. Crude oil, you can say how the crude oil is going coming to us. So for that you are excavating from the sea level, and then they come with for the purchasing, and all the process are going on. So we are tracing all the transparencies and all the things in the supply chain. In the healthcare, we are having the patient records, how we are explaining and how we are putting all the records of the patients. Okay, what happened to that patients. So we are doing that one also. In the voting, the transparency for the voting systems are open to all. So the transparency is used by the application of the blockchain. So real estate smart contracts are also is going to be used. Identity management, it is the main part of this one. KYC, know your customer in the bank, and the authentication for the digital security identities, that you have the digital security identities by the QR code in the given your Aadhaar card. So these all are the use of blockchain, that you are connected to the bank. And if you are connected to the bank, your Aadhaar is linked with the all the banks, your PAN is linked with all the banks. So these are the application of the blockchain for the identity management. IPR and NFTs. NFTs are protecting digital art, patents, and copyrights. The IPR having these, you can say the IPR having all the documents of the you have the blockchains. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of the blockchain? So first is advantages decentralization, that is no central authority control over in the blockchain. Means you can transfer from one data from one node to another node in an easy manner. So this is the main advantages of the blockchain. And second is security. Cryptographic encryption ensures data safety. It means if you are sending a data from one point to another point by the encryption or decryption, and you are using the public key and private key, so these are the secured method where you are sending your data from one node to another node, and it is a very much secured from the cryptographic encryption. Transparency. Public ledger provide trust. Public ledger means all the nodes have the data, and all the nodes have to update the final updation, and the final updation will done at one time in the daytime in the 24 hours. So the public ledger provide the trust for the transparency, that I am not doing all the things, means all the data are stored over here. If you have done something, if you have removed something, all the data records are stored from the nodes, and the blocks are made. Immutability. Data cannot be altered once recorded. If the data are all the data are stored in the blockchain, then it can't be altered or it can't be changed. But if you are changing, a new block will be added, and the updated message or updated part is coming from that one. Efficiency and speed. Faster transactions via smart contracts. It means the efficiency of the blockchain is very fast, because if the blockchain is using all the part of the systems, and the blockchain has maintained all the records in the form of blocks, then it can be fast, because if you want to trace the data, that I want the data of today, then you can get all the data by morning to all the things. So it is the smart contracts of that one. And the cost reduction, it's eliminate interdiaries, reducing fees. It means if the all the data are stored in this one, so it will eliminate the cost reduction. Okay, these are the advantages of the blockchain, but some are the disadvantages of the blockchain also. First is scalability issue, slow transaction in high traffic. It means if there are very much traffic in the signals or in the networks, then it will be, the transactions will be slow in that time, because the networks have the full much traffic in that one. So this is the main disadvantage of the blockchain. High energy consumption. Proof of work based blockchain use significant power. Means if the work has been done, it has to be stored in the all the data, product or all the data in a block manner, so it has the high energy efficiency of that one. And next, the regulatory challenges. Legal frameworks are still evolving. Means there are some changes, because in day to day all the new inventions are coming, so the frameworks are changing, and that's why the blockchain have the disadvantages. Limited adoption. Business is required for the integration. Means if someone is want to be business with this one, then it is a limited time for this, for using the blockchain. Next, costly implementation. High initial setup cost for any new beginner. It has been the high cost, because the blockchain has to maintain all the data, and you have to buy some space from the cloud, or anything. You can do all the things from the this one. And the last one is privacy concern. Public blockchain expose transactions detail. It means the transactions are exposed because they are all in public data, so the all the data are stored in a privacy manners for the private area. So the private area have the advantages, but in the public area, these are the disadvantages, because all the transaction details are exposed by the blockchains. Now, what is distributed ledger technology? A blockchain is one of the most popular form of distributed ledger technology, where data is stored in blocks that are cryptographically linked to form a block or to cryptographically linked to form a chain. It operates on consensus mechanisms like proof of work or proof of stake to validate transactions. I am giving a diagram example. Means all the nodes have the ledgers. This is a distributed ledger technology. These are the nodes. Okay, as I have told you, these are the nodes. So it is connected to each other, and all the nodes have the ledger. Means they have the update. Means if this is a home, so it has the public ledger of home. It is personal, it is community, anything you can think about, anything. These are the public ledger. They have to update automatically by themselves, and at the last they have to update the central part. If I have done today's work is done with this one, so this is the proof of work. If you have done alone, then it is a proof of work, but if it is has been be updated, then it will come into the proof of stack. Means today home has done something, self has done something, community have done something, bank has done something to me, anything that are in the proof of stack. So this is the main publicly distributed ledger technology that are going to be used in this one. Okay, what are the difference between blockchain and the distributed ledger? The structure is distributed ledger is distributed, and the blockchain has the chain of linked of all the blocks. A consensus mechanism, they are varies because they are not always required, but in the blockchain, proof of work, proof of stake, and other mechanism also is required. Immutability, some modification is allowed uh, in the you can say distributed ledger, but in the blockchain there is no immutable is done, because it's once recorded, it means it has been be updated by the another block. Okay, next examples, corda and hash graph are the examples of the DLT, and the Bitcoin and Ethereum are the example of the blockchain. So these blockchain are the specific DLTs, and the DLTs are normal DLTs. I am saying the normal DLT, and these are blockchains are the special DLTs. So special DLTs are comes under the blockchain. Okay, now thank you so much for this, and in the further slide I will explain what are the consensus mechanism of the blockchain.